So today we are going to look into work with the today we are going to work with the database. How to get connected with database? We are going to see those things.
Okay.
And interviews also try to attempt to yourself instead of going with proxy. You can attend yourself. That's better.
Sorry, what you said?
Now, interviews also try to face yourself.
Which interview?
Now, whatever interviews are coming, so I
Yeah.
mean, you need to face yourself. That's better in my opinion.
Okay.
Normally, people depend on proxies, something like that. So instead of that, that of course that depends on your organization for whom you are working. What is their plan? What is their strategy? We don't know. So as per that, normally you need to do. Now see here, you have the data tab. In the data tab, you have different controls like a chart control. You can show a chart there. Then similarly data list. Then other thing is here, data list is one control. Then similarly grid view is one control. We have a repeater is one control. Then similarly these list view is one control. These are the four different controls available for us, which can be rendering records which you can take from the database or from the XML file. So you have these controls. Data list is a control, grid view is a control, list view is a control, repeater is a control, and apart from the two more controls we have, one is form view, one is going to be details view. So these are the different types of controls available for us in the ASP.NET toolbox. Okay, so when you have this in the toolbox, here data list is one control. It is actually it can bind the database rows, table rows. Similarly, we have a details view. It can show only one record at a time. If you take form view, it can show one record at a time. Grid view, if you take, it can show number of records. Then similarly, list view you take, this also can show number of records at a time. Then you take the repeater control, this also can show number of records at a time. So like this you have here three different types of controls which can render rows. That is fine, they can show the rows for you. So they are nothing but data bound controls. You can take data from them and you can show here. Number of rows and number of columns you can show. Yesterday, the other day also we saw few other controls. What were exactly? A checkbox list, a radio button list. Then similarly we had other controls like a list box. So one more thing is bulleted list. We have taken them. So in that you can add only one column. You cannot be adding number of columns. You can add only one column in that. But when you look at these controls, number of columns can be added. See the difference. In the case of drop-down list, or in the case of say bulleted list, or if you take the radio box list, a checkbox list, if you take those things, you can add only one column to the those controls. Only one column they can render. But as far as a grid view is concerned, a data list is concerned, or you take the repeater control, or you take form view, or say list view, or one more thing is here. One more thing is going to be a details view. They can show more than one column of the row. More than one column of row can be shown as far as these controls are concerned. They can show you whatever columns you selected from the database table. All of them can be shown here. Further, by using these controls, you can be editing data, you can be even updating data. Editing is nothing but updating. You can update data, even you can delete data with the help of these controls. So by using these controls, we can perform here selection of data, then updation, deletion also we can do with them with the help of these controls. Okay, these can show you data, but how to fetch data from the database and how to bind the data to these particular controls, that is with the help of the data sources. We have different types of data sources. SQL data source is available, XML data source is available, object data source is available for us. Similarly, LINQ data source is available, entity data source is available. So with the help of this, you can be getting connected. Now look at the SQL data source. With the help of SQL data source, you can be getting connected to underlying database. With the help of the SQL queries or with the help of the stored procedures. Either you can use stored procedures or you can use the here inline SQL queries. With the help of that, you can get connected to database. From database, you can retrieve data. You can bind to data bound controls here. So data bound controls are what here. Data list is the data bound control. Chart can be data bound control. Similarly, details view can be a data bound control. Form view can be data bound control. Grid view can be data bound control. Similarly, repeater control also is going to be a data bound control. From there you can take data and you can bind to these controls. So here you require connection. You need to get connected to database. So some kind of connection mechanism is required. With the help of the data sources, you can get connected. SQL data source, XML data source, sitemap data source. Already we saw that. Then we have here object data source, LINQ data source, entity data source. With the help of this, you can be getting connected. You can use entity data source. In that case, we use the entity framework. With the help of that, you can be getting connected to database. So entity data source is nothing but here ORM. ORM stands for object relational mapping. ORM stands for object relational mapping. So with the help of that, you can be getting connected to underlying databases. So here you don't write any query. With the help of ORM itself, you can be getting connected to underlying database. So here your object can be converted to table, or your table can be converted to object. That is called as entity data source. So here it is using actually persistence API. Persistence API meaning is you have a persistent class. So whatever object you create in the memory, that can be belonging to persistent class. So the class data as it is you are going to save in the database table. So that is called as here entity data source. Similarly, you have here the LINQ data source. In the case of LINQ data source, it can be any data, need not be only the SQL Server database data or Oracle database data. It can be even your program data also. In the program, you may have collections, you may have an array. So even from the array also, you can be retrieving data and you can be binding to here some kind of control. So that is called as here LINQ data source. LINQ stands for language integrated query. We discuss on LINQ also. LINQ stands for what exactly? This is called as language integrated query. Normally queries we write with the database or with the help of the X query we write with the XML. Correct, Mansoor?
Yeah, that's right.
So, but in the case of LINQ, whatever data you have in your program, even that can be queried. Your program contains so much data. Different types of objects are available. You have primitive data. All these can be queried with the help of the LINQ data source. Suppose you have an array. From the array you have to sort elements. How do you sort array elements?
Through array?
Yes, you have an array of strings or you have array of numbers. So how do you sort the members of the array? You need to write a separate method with that you have to do it. Correct? There is no inbuilt mechanism to sort the array.
Okay.
So in some cases, with the help of the LINQ data source, you can be doing it. With the help of the LINQ, need not be LINQ data source, but I say about LINQ. With the help of LINQ, you can be doing it. LINQ is so powerful, in fact, you can do wonders with the LINQ, language integrated query.
Okay.
So here you have entity data source. If you take other languages like Java, there you have actually Hibernate. Hibernate is similar to entity data framework.
Okay.
So it is parallel, in fact, we can say. That comes under JPA. Java persistence API we say. In the case of this one, .NET persistence API, with the help of that, we can be doing it. It's called as entity data source. Entity data source is one, other one is going to be LINQ data source. These two also we discuss. But these are little bit advanced concepts. So if you understand the core of the things, then you can follow easily those things. Now let us look into here the SQL data source first of all. With the help of SQL data source, we can be getting connected to underlying database there. So as far as SQL data source is concerned, with the help of this, you can select data, you can update data, you can delete data. You can perform three different things in this. You can select data, you can update data, even you can be deleting data with the help of the SQL data source. So this data to whatever control you are binding, there you can keep a provision to update, to delete, even to show the data. So first of all, we take here grid view. To the grid view, we get connected. So here in the grid view, one item is going to be equal to one row. Grid view shows items. Grid view is going to be showing you items. One item is equal to one row for us. Getting my point here?
Yes.
So from the SQL Server or from Oracle, you are going to fetch rows. You are going to fetch rows. So whenever you are fetching rows, one row equal to one item as far as grid view is concerned. But when it comes to data list, that is also data aware control. You can bind data which is coming from the data sources. But there one item equal to one column. One item equal to one column as far as data list is concerned, but as far as grid view is concerned, one row equal to one item in the grid view. Understand the difference between the data list and the other one is what? Grid view control. So
Okay.
basically we use three controls. One is what? Grid view control. The second thing is data list. Third one is going to be here for us repeater control. A grid view can be binding rows from the given table instead of saying table from the given SQL data source, and it can bind to the data aware control. The data aware control is here SQL data. It's grid view. Similarly, you take data list. Even this also can bind rows which are coming from the SQL data source, or it can be any source. In fact, we use first of all SQL data source. So in such case, what happens? It is going to show the data, but here one item equal to one column, whereas in the grid view, one row equal to one column. That's the basic difference we find between the data list and other thing is what? Grid view.
Grid
Okay.
view. Yeah.
So these have some inbuilt templates with the help of that data can be getting rendered. We need not write much code in the case of data list or in the case of say grid view. But when you take repeater, in the case of repeater, it is our responsibility to add the features in whatever manner you want to render, you have to do it. So repeater is going to be lightweight. It does not provide you any template features. Whereas grid view as well as data list is giving you some kind of default rendering mechanism. So automatically with that they can be getting rendered. But as far as repeater control is concerned, there is no inbuilt features to display data automatically. You need to write everything for us. So therefore, repeater is going to be lightweight when compared with the grid view or compared with the data list. So with grid view and with data list, it's going to be somewhat heavy operation when compared with the repeater control. Repeater control is going to be lightweight control of the three different controls. Initially, people used to use only grid view, or data list, or repeater control. Repeater control is going to be heavyweight, lightweight when compared with the data list or the other thing is grid view control. So first of all, let us create here one SQL data source. For this purpose, I create another page. Another page I am trying to create in this. New item, and here in this data access, we make like this .aspx, a web form we create now, which is coming up for us. Very first thing here, what I do, I just drag and drop here SQL data source. So SQL data source is coming up here. So let us bind to, see, always try to put proper names. Instead of having a SQL data source, you can put some name there in fact. Configure data source, then followed by here, I need to choose the connection string. So how can I choose connection string here? Any existing connection strings do we have here? We have login db.dbo, one connection string is available already for us. Let us choose that connection string.
Okay.
Click on next. This is what login db connection string is available. Then click on next here. After that, okay, it could not be retrieved, it's saying. So come back in such cases. Then for therefore say new connection here. Server name, let us take from this. A server name we use here. This is SQL Express 2008. I put like this. Then after that, I should choose database name from this. It should be loading the database names. I use here retailer billing DB. I can use here retailer billing DB. Then click on OK here. Click on next here in this. So this is what retailer billing DB connection string we have like this. So here I have a table called as TVL category. Next thing is customer product, like this we have here. So therefore, let us take on the category table here. From here, I choose a cat ID, then a cat name, cat level, and one more thing is here, super cat ID, take like this. Click on next here. Test query, whatever data is there, it shows for us. It shows like this: books, footwear, comics, fiction, toys, and mythology. Like this, it's showing for us. Then click on finish. So like this, first of all, I created here a SQL data source. Then after that, I should use a grid view control here. Take the grid view control, then put here. So I can choose here data source. SQL data source 1, I can choose like this. Automatically it's showing like this for us data. Column names are coming for us. Cat ID, cat name, cat level, super cat ID is coming. Go to the markup, then here put the column headings. So look at this here. In this you can find SQL data source. This is then grid view you take here. ID equal to grid view 1, run it equal to server, auto generate columns equal to false it is. Then here data key names is nothing but primary key name in this. This is called as primary key name. So what is the primary key column name there? Cat ID is the primary key column name. It is taken as primary key data key names. Then followed by here data source also it is taking. Data source also it is taking in this. Data source is what exactly? Here it is SQL data source 1, it is taking here for us. SQL data source 1 is taken here, followed by columns. We take here columns, ASP bound field, data field is cat ID, header text is here cat ID. So instead of putting it as cat ID, we can change here this one. So data field you should not change, but category field, if you, the header text we can change. We write it as category ID, like this you can give a space. So category ID equal to, we can make it as header text category ID you can take. Then here you can put category name, this one. Okay. Similarly, here category level also you can put. Then this is super category ID, you can put this. Super category ID, we are trying to set like this. So here it is the design, we have like this. Category ID, category name, category level, super cat ID, like this we get. Apart from this, you can use many control, many types of colors here. Auto format we use, then colorful, then classic we put like this, simple also we put, professional we put, autumn we put here, then oceanica we put, brown sugar, then slate, then like this we try to put it. So let me take this kind of thing here. With that, it's going to be shown data for us. This way, the data is coming up for us now. Let us render here how it looks see in this. So data is shown for us like this. Category ID 1000, books here we have category level 0, 1001 footwear, 1002 comics, 1003 fiction, 1004 toys, 1005 mythology, like this it's shown here. So this is exactly what this is called as a grid view control. Now it is showing data for us. Here category ID is primary key, category name, category level, super cat ID we have taken. Now same control let us take, try to instead of using this one, some other control we take, data list, how it comes in this C here. We use data list, then we try to bind to the data list here, this one. Format, auto format feature you can use here. Colorful again, this can be classic or this can be simple. So professional, same kind of thing you can take. Classic if you take, so this one we take here, then click on OK. Let us take this one, then click on OK here. We have taken this, choose the data source here. Go to SQL data source 1, like this we can be setting it. So when you look at this, what is happening? One column is taken as one row in this. You can see here, one column is taken as one row, like this is coming there. Cat ID, cat name, cat level, super cat ID, vertically they are shown there. In the grid view, what is happening? Horizontal they are shown, all the columns. Seeing the difference, Mansoor, here?
Yes.
Let me increase the width of this slightly. Let us increase the width.
It's the same like repeater, right?
A repeater is not in our control. Repeater in whatever, I mean, it's not actually predefined anything in that. In whatever manner you want to use repeater, you can use.
Okay.
So this one predefined one. Here what is happening? You can show one column as one row in this. Whereas in the grid view control, you can put only, I mean, you can put all the columns horizontal in single row. Then next row starts, then next row starts, next row starts like this. But as far as this particular thing is concerned here, what is happening? You have, I mean, one column in one row like this. So first four columns are getting finished, then another row is starting. Like this, it can be showing. But number of items you can repeat see, if you take one record here, one record is coming here. So like this, second record also show, you can show to the right of this one. Third record also you can show. So let us see the properties. Here we come to this caption align, tab index, user accessible header, like this we have here, border style. So further when you look into this one, repeat column 0 is given. Repeat column 0 is given. You can put it as something like 3. You can put 3. What happens? See in this now. 3 columns are shown like that. So first record, then second record. First record, third record, then fifth record. Like this, it's shown here. So repeat columns are coming like this. That means here, first row is shown. First record, then second record, then third record, fourth record, fifth record. Like this, it's shown for us. Like this, data is being shown for us here. This is what we are showing vertically things. Now suppose we go with the horizontal kind of thing. What happens? See in this. It is moving here and there. We can go to this. Then here we can see repeat direction is taken as vertical. You can put it as horizontal. So when you put horizontal, what is happening here? Difference is what? When you make vertical and when you put horizontal, what is happening in this? Any difference are you finding out in that, Mansoor?
No.
It is.
But
See, first row is coming here, second row is coming here, third row is coming, fourth row is coming, fifth row is coming, sixth row is coming like this. First row comes
yeah.
first, then second row comes vertically, then third row comes, fourth row comes, fifth row comes, sixth row comes like this. But when you make horizontally, first row comes, second row comes, first row, second row, third row like this. It is first record, second record, third record. But when you keep vertically, what is happening? First record is coming here, second record, then third record, fourth record, fifth record, sixth record, like this it's going to come if it's vertical. But when you make it horizontal, you can see the difference, how it is coming. This is what first record, second record, third record, then fourth record, fifth record, like this you are getting it.
Okay.
See the difference, understood?
Yes, I got it. Yeah.
So you have 0 ID, 1 ID, 2 ID, then 3 ID, 4 ID. So how that is when you keep horizontally? That means what? First all the items are shown horizontally here. Well, all the records are shown horizontally. But whenever it's rendering records, what is happening there? One column is shown in one row there. One column is shown in one row. So like this, you can see this one here. Okay, so here in this, when you come to source, it is showing like this here for us. Using item template, it is actually rendering this here. You have item template, each and every item they are binding here and evaluating it like cat ID. They are evaluating like here cat ID this way here. So let us try to render this here. Data is coming up for you like this here.
Yeah.
1000, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and other thing is here 1005. But there is some difference here. So it's not getting aligned properly. What is the reason? If you look at the 1004, cat ID is being pushed down, it's not going up. You can see here, cat ID is slightly pushed down here, it's not going up. Is it going up here?
Cat ID.
See, you look at the style. Any style difference? I mean, rendering text, whenever text is getting rendered, is it coming properly? You look at the cat ID 1003, it is coming in the
Yeah.
top row, whereas cat ID for 1004 is coming little bit bottom. See there?
Yes. 0, 1, 2. But it's like that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That is okay, but everywhere it should be consistent. For example, take here, the books also should be coming in the same column, same row, it should come. Books are being moved into next row, wherever you have cat name. Should not be like that, it has to take sufficient space there.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that is going to be mattering a lot in fact. Ultimately, we'll be troubled with those things. Client does not like such things.
Yeah.
Your code works, everything works fine, but only the rendering of the content is concerned. The content comes correctly, program works fine, but only what happens here, text goes up little bit, text comes down, that irritates us. Most of the time we spend with that only. Getting my point, Mansoor, in the real time.
Yes. Yes, yes.
For the front end, what you show is going to be mattering a lot as far as web applications are concerned. So if it's not getting rendered properly, client does not like it. It has to come there only, the client says.
That's right. Yeah, same like cat ID. So it's category ID. The name should be complete, and
Yes.
the column should be same space,
Yes,
and
yes.
the books should be on the line.
Correct. So these are going to be mattering a lot. Then how we solve that? That is going to be important for us. Proper styling is required. So we may not be solving it. In such cases, you take the help of the designer. Designer can be helping with you. If you cannot solve that, you have to depend on designer, because designers, they know well about those things. Why space is
Okay.
coming? Because we cannot become designers.
Okay.
I was saying you some time back, I was giving an example. Some movies being made. In the case of movie making, there's a director as well as you have a art director, or you can say makeup man. Suppose you
Yeah.
take hero or heroine. So hero or heroine are decorated by the makeup man. So
Yeah.
what clothes they have to wear and what color should be applied on face, how the hairstyle should be, all that decided by who exactly? The makeup man. Okay, so makeup man may be making the hero heroine looking beautiful, attractive. It does not mean that everything is going to be with him only. Behind it, director is there. Ultimately, director is responsible for all the entire movie actually. So makeup man is just making up them. Same thing here. Designers also, they may be giving you design. Okay, only design they give you, what color has to be used, how they should be getting aligned. It does not mean that everything they are only doing. Ultimately, it's coder, the architect, they are responsible totally in this.
Okay.
Okay, now let me look at this. Everyone is important, of course. It's not that only directors are important. Everyone is important, I agree. But overall responsibility is going to be with the, it's going to be cell padding we have taken, cell spacing we have taken, height, repeat columns we have taken, width we have taken 400 px, overall width is 400 px. Let us try to increase with this. Will it change or not? Let us see there. Probably with this now it changes. Let me render again this one here. Now coming perfectly in this. Correct, Mansoor?
Yes, that's right.
So you can show now perfectly in this, and even alternating rows you can show in in different colors. See, first one, I mean, if this is shown in one color, this can be shown in other color. Like that also, you can set how it happens with the grid view. In the grid view, first row it's coming with the blue, second row is coming with somewhat white color, third row is coming with some other color, fourth row is coming with again white color. Like this, alternating rows they show in different color. Same thing you can do in the case of this data list also. Let us take data list, try to do that way here. Okay, you go to this, then here you can change it. There is no footer right now, there is no header. So footer and header also you can be setting here. Header also you can show here. Then similarly, we come to this point, then try to set here. Alternating item style we can take. So alternating item style back color you can take in this. Back color like this you can take. So it's
Okay.
showing with that color alternating things. So like this they can be shown. These are nothing but here alternating. First one, second one, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Like this they can be shown in different colors.
Okay.
Similarly, let us try to put some header and footer in this. So header style is taken here. Header style we have taken. Footer style also we have taken here. Let us try to put here in this header template. So here let us try to set the content. So we put here something like this H4 data list for rendering categories. Data list for rendering categories we put it. Even the footer also let us try to put same thing here. In the header as well as in the footer let us try to put this. After item template you can change it here footer template. In the footer template you can set this. Same thing try to put here. Come to design we can see now. We are getting a header, we are getting a footer for this. On the top, we got a header here. Data list for rendering categories. Data list for rendering categories we have shown like this. Otherwise, we try to put this is footer and header also you can set. Footer you can put similarly when you come, header this is. And when you come to down here in this area, you can set this as footer. Like this, it can be set. So one is header, other one is footer. This way we are going to set it. So we have taken one color for header, other color for footer. Like this, it's getting rendered. So like this, you can make the controls looking very, very attractive in this. Understood here? Understood this one?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is also one such
So,
control. It's called as data list and this is called as here grid view control. Now let us try to work with grid view control more and more. So now let us try to update data from this. We need to update data from the which control it is from the grid we need to update. But what can be updated here? We can update only in this the category name. We should be in a position to update only category name, category level, super cat ID. We don't update only category name. We can update like that. We write the query in this. So update statement where do we write? We have to write with the SQL data source. Here in this we should be writing the update. So select query already we have written it. With the help of this it's selecting data. Similarly take here now. So we try to write here the update query. We can take here update query. Update command type is what here text. It's not any stored procedure. Here the three possibilities are what you can have a text or you can have stored procedure. So we take here text. With this we try to write the update query. Update query we have to write here. So how do we write update query? See in this update table is what exactly update table name is for us. I think TBL category. Let us cancel this once. So we go into the select query. What is the table name we are using? Based on that, we can take it. TBL category it is. So we should change cat name. We have to change cat name from the TBL category. So go to this, then write here update query. Okay. So here we go with the not grid view. This one is right. Here write update TBL category. So what we do in this set here, cat name equal to at cat name, right here where cat id equal to at the rate cat id. Like this we try to set here. Now add the parameters. Let us try to add the parameters in this. Add a parameter here. First of all, write here cat name. We can use cat name here. Cat name we take here. This one is nothing but cat name. This is cat id. We use here the value cat id we take here. This is going to be coming from the control. The control is here what? Grid view control for us. Grid view 1. So default value selected value we take. That's going to be primary key in that. Grid view 1 dot selected value is nothing but here primary key. So like this we take it, then click on OK. So here we come to the grid view control. Here you can set the button like show update button. You can put here. This is what show footer, show header we have there. Similarly, we can come to auto generate edit button. We have like this here. We can take this and put it as true here. Auto generate edit button, it gives us. Render this now here. When you click on edit, it shows like this. Now you can change books in this. So books, and now we can cancel this. This one I take, then comics books I put. Now I can update this. When I click on update, what is happening? Data is getting changed here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice.
So when you click on edit here, in fiction, so it's going to be fiction books. This can be getting changed here when you update.
Yeah.
So when you click on this edit mythology books, you put like this. Suppose you don't want to update, you want to cancel it. It's getting cancelled there. So it's not getting updated there. So once again we click here edit, then we try to put something like here 3 or 4, I put 10, it does not take there. You try to put update, it's going to be same 2 only, it does not change. Because we are not updating that column there.
Okay.
So like this, you can be updating data. Even deletion is possible here. You can delete data from the underlying table also in such cases. But on this, deletion should not be working more and more. You cannot do with the deletion more in this. So what is happening here? You have a grid view. It is showing you data like books, footwear, comics books, fiction books, toys, mythology. So like this, it's showing you. This we are rendering with the help of the grid view. And second one is what here? Data list control. In the data list control, we are binding data. Like this, we are binding data here in the data list.
Yeah.
Suppose,
So
yes.
Sorry, why we not delete that? We can put the delete with the edit button, right?
You can put delete button. No, reason is related to this category. You may be having products.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It can be giving cascading effect. So that's the reason. Normally we should not put delete. Normally deletion operation is not allowed these days. Everyone is capturing data, but they are keeping the data like this. If you are not usable, some flag we have to put. So with that, we will not be selecting such data. But data once you lose, you cannot get. So whatever data you are capturing, you have to preserve it. You have to keep it.
Okay.
Now other thing what we do, I want to render some image also along with this. Along with these books, I want to render some image. So therefore, let me try to put some image there. Here I want to show even an image here. So for that purpose, what I do, I can take image control. There are, I think we have so many images. IND map is available. I don't want to use IND maps. Book image I download from here. Book image. So many books are available. Just I want to get only one book. Book image. Individual book is required. Okay, this is images. Just one book. we can get from this black and white color. Probably a book I can take. Smashing we take. Smashing.image. I saved on the desktop it. Now I copy, I cut here, paste in the concerned folder there. And here paste. It's going to be smashing.jpg you get here. Now let me add the image control along with the grid view here in this. So image is not available by default in this, therefore we should use here some kind of control called as here item template we have to use here in this. So one more here we put like this. Template field we put here in this. Put run it equal to server. Insert template we have here. ASP colon followed by here image we use here, then src equal to, we can choose here the path can be chosen. This is what tilde, then slash images folder, within that what was the file smashing.jpg we can put like this. So this we try to show here inside this. And other thing is here run it equal to server attribute is required for us. Run it equal to server, even id is required in this. We put here id equal to img1, like this you can put it. So this way we have a item template. Image is coming up for us now this way. So image can be reduced now. The size for the image can be reduced in this. We can reduce the image size here in this. We can use the width as well as height. With the help of that we can set it. Width equal to, try to set it as here, say some 64px, and similarly height also, let us take here height also, try to set it as here 64px. Like this let us try to put height as well as width in this. So like this the book image can be shown for us here in this. What's the problem in this? Let us see. Inspect element, when you say so what it says in this, okay, spelling is it wrong? Smashing, yes, spelling probably wrong it is. Spelling is here smashing, but first of all it's shown here without any problem. Whenever you try to render at that time it's giving problem. Spelling is what for us here, it's going to be smashing only. So whenever we come into this, this will be, let us remove px here. Don't put any px, just remove the px here. Try to put just 64, 64. So this is smashing. Smashing spelling, is it correct? SMASHING. SHING is correct here. That is in the images folder. Slash images folder. There we have. This was equal to, otherwise just put like this. Now this time it's showing properly for us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So images also can be shown like this. Even images can be changing dynamically for us. The image
Okay.
names, whatever you put, that also can be shown for us here. Dynamically, they can be shown. So we are binding an image like this here.
Okay.
So image is coming for us. So you can see the image in this. Similarly, here also you can put an image. As far as the data list is concerned, there also you can put an image.
Okay.
Come to this part, then go to source. In the source, in the data list, you can have an image control. You can put the image here also in the item template. Try to put the image in this. So here this is supercat. We said after that this can be image. You can put like this image, then followed by, you can set the image in this ASP, then colon, or even normal img tag also you can use. But image only we take here, image this one, followed by here id equal to img 100. We put like this, then run it equal to server. Then put it src, I mean image URL. We take image URL is equal to, we can be setting here the image URL. Go with the pic here. So from this pic we should be choosing the image. This is what smashing.jpg we set. We set like this, smashing.jpg, followed by here alternate text. No image you can put here. Similarly, we use the width as well as height here. Width equal to, put here, say some 60. Height also let us put 60 here. Height equal to, again we put 60. Like this, we can be showing here the control. We put the control like this here. Let's go with the design here, showing like this for us. Image is coming up like this. So images can be shown even here also. So view in browser this one. When you come down, the books are also shown like this for us. So this is exactly what, it's a data list control. With the help of this, we can show in this way the required images. Images also can be shown. Images can be coming dynamically even from the database. You can get even images from database dynamically. They can be coming up, but for that you have to have in the database table. Then you can show it.
Okay.
So you try to create some XML file in which try to put some few image names. So in your application, what you do, you take image folder, in that copy different images, put the images there. Then,
Yeah.
I mean, with the XML, in the XML file also you have a reference of the image there. Put the image name in the XML file also. So when you bind XML file to these controls, we can pick image from there and we can be binding it to this.
Okay.
Getting my point? What I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah.
You create XML file. In the XML file, you have so many attributes, so many nodes you have. For example, you have
Yeah.
created some district yesterday. So in the district you
Yes.
have the city. So city map you can show there.
Yeah.
Getting my
The
point?
map of.
Or you can show
Yeah.
in the Google. So you take the coordinates for the cities. You can show a Google map there otherwise.
Yeah.
When you select a city, the city should be shown on the Google map.
Mm-hmm.
With the help
Yeah.
of longitude, latitude, I show you how to link with how to link the Google map in your web page.
Okay. Okay.
So we can do like that. So here what is happening? We are taking image and binding to here the controls. This is nothing but here one is data list, other one is grid view. To that we are binding the data. We are retrieving from the database and binding to these controls here. Like this, it is working for us here.
Okay. Yeah.
Similarly, now let us look at the repeater control. How repeater control is going to work? See in this. So after this div, I take another div, try to put the repeater control here. Drag and drop repeater control in this. We have a repeater control, drag and drop and put here. So this is going to be repeater control. Then click on this here, go with the data source. SQL data source you can take here. Then try to make the repeater control inside this here. We take item template. Inside this item template, let us try to put. Now take a table inside this. We can take a table. So in the table, first of all, we take here TR. So in the TR, we put like this here TH. In the TH, very first column is what? Cat ID we have. Okay, the second TH, we have here cat name. So we take only these things, cat ID and cat name only we take, we don't take the other things in this. So item template we have taken, TR we kept here, then TH we kept like this. Then followed by here, one next row we take in this, TR we take, in this TR, now try to add the data. TD we take here. One more TD also, let us try to take here. TD, another TD, we take it. Now for both the things we are going to take the labels only. We use label and try to bind the label there. Try to put here in this. First thing is TD in the TR, take it then try to bind it. This is not cat ID. Cat ID label, cat ID. ID's label we put here, like this we evaluate. In the same manner, we take the cat name also we take, then try to put here in this. Missing there it says. It's fine, but that should be part of the TD. We put another TD inside this, just set this. Again here also we need to close it. Cat names label. Like this we get it, go to design and see how this looks. It's going to be looking like this for us. Okay, we've taken data source like this. Let us increase the size for it. So let us put the width for this. We go on to the top, then set the width here. Okay. Width equal to some 300. We put like this. If the width is accepted or not, see here in this. Width is not available for us. Okay. Come to this design, take this element here, go to the properties. In the properties, let us change here the width of this control because we are not in a position to change it. Okay, just try to run this. How this looks, you can see here in this. As you come down, it's showing like this for us. Cat ID, cat name, 1000 books, 1001 footwear, 1002 comic books, 1003 fiction books, 1004 toys, like this we are getting it. This way it is coming up for us. Table width, with the help of that we can show it. Let us set the table width with that it can be shown. We come to this point, then here take the table width. When you take the repeater control, here you have a table. The table width let us try to set. Width equal to, okay, table property we take here. Then here you can use a border. Try to set the border in this. Border equal to 1, let us try to put here. Then other thing, anywhere width, is it available for us? Let us see. Nothing available there. So just try to use the style here. Style we can set the width. Layout we can take. Visibility display. Then this is top, bottom. We have like this. So we come to box. We take table. We can say this border collapse. All these things are set here. Layout we take. Okay. So visibility display bottom, top. It's taken here. Position. It's taken like this. Width how much we take for this? Some 200, 300 we take here. So 300 we take like this. We specify the width for this. Now it's looking more bigger. You can look at this. It's looking more bigger for us. Like this with a border. Now this can be shown. So it is the responsibility of programmer to implement it.
So
But what is
what's
yes, yes,
sorry?
Masood?
I just confused that. What is the difference between this one and the top one? Like a data grid and
Yes.
yeah, you see that it's almost same.
Same. But here you did not write any code like this. Automatically it's coming up or not. Have you written anything like that on your own? Automatically it's coming up. But here you need to put a code. Lot of code you write here in this.
Okay. Okay.
This is lightweight when compared with that. That is heavyweight. This is going to be lightweight component.
Okay. Okay.
This is going to be working very fast when compared with that. So therefore, it is coming up like this here.
Okay.
So here for everything cat ID is coming. Should not come like that. So for everything cat ID should not come like that. So what we do, we have to put it outside the item template. Whatever table we have here, the table should be kept outside. We cut this here and above the item template, let us try to put this. Now this works well in this. Okay. So in such case, what we do, we just cut this. Therefore, try to put the table outside that. Then in such cases, Control X we put here, followed by try to keep like this here. Now it looks well. It's going to be looking fine now. In such cases, now view in the browser this time. But only one row is coming here. The rest of the rows they are not shown for us, so they are missing there. Okay. What's the problem in this? We need to check here. If you come to the source, so these issues normally you face with the you are going to be facing these issues. The table tag you must put outside the repeater control. Therefore, Control X you take and outside the repeater control try to put here the table. Now probably this time it looks fine. Everything is going to be looking fine this time. It's coming up now nice. Cat ID, cat name, 1001, 1002
Yeah.
like this shown for us this way. So
Yeah, that's look nice.
so like this you need to work and you need to practice more and more with the controls.
Yes.
So further we'll be doing your morning time, Mansoor. Now we
Yeah.
have some other session. So we'll be doing your morning time again.
Sure.
Just try to, but already it's night for you. You have to sleep, then fine. So tomorrow, your morning time, you can do more and more.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, thank you. So you upload the video, right?